Chinese telecom giant Huawei launched its new smartphone, the Mate XT, in mid-September this year. The phone is known as the world's first trifold screen phone, and when fully unfolded, the screen size is comparable to that of a small computer or tablet. The Huawei trifold new phone, which has been on the market for more than a month, is named Huawei Mate XT Extraordinary Master. I have a big problem at the beginning of today. The XT could not be charged. I bought the new phone at 5 p.m. yesterday and it didn't work in the morning. I bought it at 5 p.m. and I found the problem the next day. Some people said that I was trying to make trouble, but as a customer, I couldn't have caused the trouble on my own because the phone is so expensive. How much does it cost for an XT? I spent my hard-earned money to deliberately cause an accident? The Extraordinary Master has only been on the market for a short time, and now it needs to be repaired. Huawei's credibility has been ruined too quickly. The last time when I disassembled the phone, I said that it should have a waterproof function. Then the reason why the phone was damaged is very clear. As long as it's soaked in water, it cannot be turned on. This phone has been repaired by others, but it was not repaired. This credibility has been ruined too soon. The starting price of this new Huawei phone is about US $2,800, which is more than 3 times the starting price of the iPhone 16. According to the data on the Huawei Mall, this phone began to accept reservations on September 7th, and the number of reservations before the press conference was about 3.4 million. I don't know how many of these 3 million people finally bought it, and whether many of them regretted it. Huawei's new phone looks gorgeous, but you need to be very careful when using it. Especially when folding it, you need to remember the order and direction of folding. Look, one user folded the 3 screens in the wrong direction, causing the entire screen to be scrapped. I have a customer who bought 3 Huawei mobile phones, all with folding screens. Now, all 3 screens are broken. You can take a look. The screen is not bright, and one of the screens has cracks. Liquid leakage from the folds of the screen is currently the most common complaint among new mobile phone users. Don't buy this kind of trifolding mobile phone. If you must buy it, just buy a 2-fold one or one that is used daily. If anyone likes this kind of 3-fold model, I will give it to you, and you can come to Hangzhou and pick it up yourself. Why give away a new phone with problems? Many users are surprised to find that the expensive price is matched by expensive repair costs. One of my customers bought a Huawei XT with a 3-fold screen for $5,600. The screen got scratched after a month of use and then it broke. He asked me to fix it for him. How much does it cost to repair my mobile phone? What kind of mobile phone is this? Where is it broken? There is a leak on the screen of the 3-fold model. Oops, this screen repair costs a lot. It costs $2,500 US. $2,500 US? So expensive. $5,600 mobile phone costs that much to repair the screen. Just a screen costs so much. Oops, I have been feeling uncomfortable all morning. My husband just sent me a message saying that his trifold phone is leaking. After checking, it will cost more than $1,500 US to change the screen. Not only that, some users found that this new phone also has very dumb problems. I found a very big bug in Huawei mobile phones. Under normal circumstances, we know that 10 plus 20% equals 30%, but the result given by Huawei mobile phone is 0.12. Also, 20% plus 10% should be 30%, and the result is 0.2. I don't understand why this is the result. But using another function of Huawei mobile phones, the voice assistant, it can't go wrong. Let's take a look. What is 10% plus 20%? 10% plus 20% equals 0.3. What kind of calculation logic do you think can cause such a bug to appear on mobile phones? When Huawei's new mobile phone was first launched, it was already labeled as electronic mutai. Mutai is the most expensive liquor in China. Some businessmen believe that the smaller the quantity of this mobile phone, the higher the premium, and they can make a lot of money by reselling it. So they hoarded many new mobile phones, but now these small bosses are very worried and frustrated. I have been in the mobile phone business for 17 years, and Huawei's new 3-fold model has the highest price drop I have ever seen. Since it was launched on September 20th, the price has only increased for 2 days. Then the price was decreased during the rest of the time. All the small business owners who hoarded this phone lost money miserably, and no one made any money. Someone still has this product in hand, and now they see the price trending downward and feel stupid and think it's a hot potato. During this period, the average daily price dropped by about $700 to $350 US.
这两天也在掉价，平均每天大概掉价在1000到500左右吧。
As more and more problems are discovered, some users post articles on the internet to show the problems. In fact, people who are willing to spend nearly $3,000 US to buy a mobile phone should be relatively wealthy families in China, and they should also be fans of Huawei. Now these Huawei fans have become enemies of the country. This phone has 4 problems, including power loss during charging, and this trifolding mobile phone cannot be said to be defective on the internet, otherwise it will be scolded on the internet. There is something wrong with Huawei's 3-fold screen. I can't say anything bad about it. You see, I have very little app installed on my phone, but it doesn't run smoothly. When I speak the truth, I am criticized on the internet for taking money from Americans. I have been using it for less than 10 days, and the hinge on my phone has already made a serious friction sound. The headphones also have a current sound. I just use this phone to check WeChat and Douyin, but the phone is very stuck and cannot be used. When you charge your phone, then the power loss in reverse. There is a woman whose family only uses Huawei mobile phones for more than 10 years. This time, she spent a lot of money to buy a 3-fold mobile phone. Unexpectedly, the mobile phone exploded. However, not many people on the Chinese internet sympathized with her experience, and instead, she attracted a lot of criticism. She began to doubt the slogan Huawei has shouted in recent years, being far ahead. After encountering online violence, she also became depressed. She put her love into domestic products, but doesn't get love from the country. This phone just exploded. First time encountering such a thing. This is called being far ahead. Regarding the video about the problem with this brand, the comment section is one-sided. Few people can face and solve problems objectively and rationally. Even if there are, they will be targeted for attack. Let's take a look at the follow-up content of this video. I just came back from the service center. The staff looked at the phone and said that this was caused by battery failure. I then complained about it on the internet, but I didn't expect a big disturbance. I would first like to express my gratitude to the few voices of reason in the comments. There are a lot of conspiracy theories in the comments, which means that I intend to do damage to Huawei's reputation. I can only say that it's a projection of your heart, and there is no way for me to change your opinion. Our family has been using Huawei phones for more than 10 years. There are too few objective or rational voices. Let's all treat it as a joke. So I won't be posting any more videos in response to these criticisms. Those who curse, feel free to do so as you please. There is no place for you to vent your energy, so just vent it. I won't watch it anyway. Goodbye. In fact, this phenomena is not difficult to understand. Huawei, a giant company with a Chinese military background, is supported by a country's resources provided by the CCP, including public opinion and propaganda resources. The company's political status has gone far beyond business. At the end of August last year, when U.S. Commerce Secretary Raimondo visited Beijing, Huawei announced the launch of its new 5G smartphone, Mate 60 Pro, without warning. At that time, it also caused a stir in the global semiconductor industry. Many analysts said at that time Huawei's move is a demonstration against Raimondo, who leads the U.S. strategy of sanctioning China. Huawei has inspired many supporters in China and at the same time shouted the slogan "Far Ahead" to challenge the US. In terms of public opinion, to what extent does the CCP support Huawei? They didn't miss the opportunity to vigorously promote Huawei in the exam papers. Starting from students, the government has planted the concept of loving Huawei and loving the party. In the open book examination papers for middle school students, there are not only questions about Huawei, but also a large paragraph introducing the company.
给大家看一张我儿子初2的一张地理试卷啊。
Let me show you a geography test paper from my son, who is in the 2nd grade of junior high school. Let everyone take a look at what is currently being tested in junior high schools. Look, question, where is Huawei's headquarters? What are these? This is a test paper.
你看看这上面的题目，华为总部在哪？什么京都？
Also, a question of the battery manufacturer CATL. What's this? Car, do you see it?
看这一题是什么？汽车领域，看到没有？
However, China has experienced 40 years of reform and opening up, and many people's perspectives and minds have been opened. This is the analysis from a mainland Chinese citizen.
为啥你用苹果有人骂？
Why do people scold you when you use an iPhone? The boss of Huawei also uses Apple. These people dare not scold Ren Zhengfei, they will scold you. They know that there are no consequences for scolding you, so these people are timid, mentally weak, and are useless people in society. They are not patriotic, they are delaying the country, because patriotism requires opening your eyes to see the world. In fact, Chinese media have noticed doubts about the launch of Huawei's new mobile phones. Among all mobile phones, the development cost of folding screen mobile phones is the highest. Technological breakthroughs alone are a bottomless pit. If the yield rate is too low, the cost will be very high. While the cost is high, the market size of folding screens is still small. For example, a Chinese research manager at IDC said that currently, the entire folding screen mobile phone market in China only has 10 million shipments per year, but the annual market size is 280 million. For a category that has been developed for 5 years, this penetration rate is still very low. High cost and low scale mean that this is a category that has not yet grown. Why does Huawei make a three-fold phone? We have observed that Huawei's new mobile phone was released on the same day as the American Apple iPhone 16 mobile phone. It shows Huawei's intention to compete with Apple, and it also reflects China's strong signal of resisting US sanctions. As a leader in China's electronics technology and the primary target of US sanctions, any products and technologies Huawei launches are driven by the CCP's requirement that the electronics and semiconductor industry be independent and free from dependence on other countries' technologies. However, Chinese media also admitted that Huawei's new mobile phones are of little practical significance in terms of technology. The article reads, "Huawei's mobile phone has more meaning than value. After just a few days of fermentation, it has achieved the results Huawei wanted and established its status in the world." We believe that the status described by the Chinese media is of course only in China. Under the vigorous promotion and publicity of the party media, the little pinks paid for Huawei's experimental products. Many people don't realize that they need to pay a lot of money for their feelings. On the other hand, China, under the management of the CCP, is still far from achieving the goal of breaking away from other countries' technology in its electronics and semiconductor industry. If the little pinks can't break away from the brainwashing instilled in them by the party, they may need to prepare to pay for Huawei's experimental products next time.